Now you like, man, I'd rather have that piece of shit out here humiliating everybody and half playing and being fat and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather hit than leave y'all in this house by y'allself.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
All right. The next topic. This is the big one. This is the one I'm excited to talk to you about. Been kind of trying to hold myself back from calling you and talking about this. And so Houston Rockets finally trade James Harden to the Nets. The Rockets get some picks and some players, and essentially James Harden gets to go play with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on this one? I know when everything first went down, we had a long discussion about this. You saying they needed to get rid of them. Now that they have got it done, and we kind of know where the chips are falling, what's your thoughts on this one, man?
My thoughts on it is that Houston literally dropped the ball on this so bad, and they got lucky that they were able to get Victor Oladipo. Houston came off as desperate, weak, weak, and weak, and weak, and weak, and weak. I can't. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you. To me, it's embarrassing because James Harden has won not one damn championship. Went to one conference final.
Two.
And it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Because the way that they treating this man is if he won two to three rings with the Houston Rockets already.
That's true.
That's what they treating him like. And they're holding on for their dear life. Like because this is the thing. How you gonna play tough and say we gonna choose the head coach? We're not gonna to involve you in the coach thing. You want to be big and tough. Now when he get mad, now you want to let's hold on and see if it work out. We're gonna or you trying to play games and say, well, we'll trade you when we feel. Okay, that's egotistical, number one, because now you're playing with Silas's locker room.
Yep.
Now you let it get this bad. Now, of course, Victor Oladipo, it's over with now. But that's not it. That's like saying somebody slap you in the face, right? And like, damn, I said I'm sorry, bro. Like, quit tripping. Whoa, like it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm thinking about the slap in the face.
The damage
and then
is
my
done.
Face stinging and all this stuff. And I'm just like, yo, in the whole situation, I'm just thinking about that. So now you got dudes like Boogie, John Wall, Good Samaritan dudes that was trying to do their thing and pushing through. But then as just real niggas, they looking like, bro, like, okay, now Vic is coming in, that's what's up. But now it's unfair to Vic because now Vic got to come in. You know what I'm saying? Vic got to come into some shit to where they kind of like just getting over.
Chemistry is gonna be
James Harden whole ass, right?
Yeah, they didn't get him in the off season. They pretty much getting him now,
right? And I'm like, they should have shot as soon as James Harden did the whole little baby thing. He should have been gone right there.
Yeah,
like boom, because now you don't want that coming into your new culture, because basically you got a new head coach, you got a new GM.
Yeah.
You got new players, John Wall, Boogie Cousins. Like, you got a new culture coming through. But you leaving that bad apple in there for whatever the fuck reasons. It just come off as fucking stupid. Houston looked weak. They won the trade, no doubt. I think they won the trade, and I think it's going to be great. I just don't like that this is going to cost them a few more games of losses. To me, this is going to cost them a few more games of losses in the Western Conference because you want to play games. If you would have got this over with a long time ago, these losses that they gonna get, that they finna run up on these next couple weeks, could have been handled. They could have been these James Harden losses, right? Like the ones earlier. So it's just it was just weak, and it just looks so damn weak. Now the dude, he had to do that for you to trade him.
Yeah.
Where your pride at, Houston Rockets? Like, where your fucking pride at, bro?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got to do that. He got to disrespect Wall, Cousins, Silas. He got to disrespect everybody. Now that they got slapped in the face, they like, oh, well, okay, now I got to get rid of bro. But why did you let the slap happen?
Yeah.
So that's my thing on it, man. And plus, one more thing. He did this to an African American coach, bro, and that is my real issue. Because I'm like, bro, I hate this that so many times you get people like, what's the coach over there for the Lakers?
You talking about I hate
Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Like these
D'Antoni.
guys get these jobs with all these stars. Nobody make a sound.
Steve Kerr.
Everybody fall in line.
Yep.
Right? Steve Nash. They get these jobs. People just fall in line.
Yep.
But the minute this man get his first opportunity, dog,
he got to deal with this.
But you could play for a man that say screw defense. You could play for a man that say that. But Silas just in here, he playing the whole thing. He do it, and you want to act the fool. Yeah.
No, man. So much to unpack. I watched the game last night. It was the most awkward, interesting game. I don't know if you saw when John Wall missed the dunk.
Oh, wait.
It was a fast break.
Yes. And Harden, I think he put it back in.
Harden put it back in. But to your point, you can tell that's how big the tension is, right? He didn't, to me, that shot wouldn't, I feel like the basketball universe, the mode, you know what I'm saying? Like, made him, it was, you know how you could be in a room with somebody, right? And there's this tension and things just falling and tripping on lip. Like, that's, like, to me, when I saw that, it showed me that it's some tension with this team. And watching that game, I think, first of all, I feel like it's been a crescendo of things with this season. And I'm going to put it on the energy that this team came into the season with, right? Because first, it looked good. We was like, oh, man, they look good. The first John Wall and Boogie's first preseason game looked great, right? We seen C. Wood get his first game, look great. And then we go into the season, COVID, right? Slaps the team in the face, just bam, right in the face. They got decimated by COVID. Didn't have none of the team. John Wall, all these other guys wasn't there playing. Who was there? The so-called cancer, right? James Harden was there playing. Had some close games, dropped 40 on everybody's head. Like, oh, okay, this dude is back. Well, we need to see when John Wall and everybody comes back. John Wall and all those guys come back. Seems interesting. Looks a little different. They need to get their chemistry right. And now we're in this situation that we were just in 24 hours ago with them playing the Lakers and LeBron and AD just doing the fool. LeBron shooting the three and turning around. AD Lakers shot. Look, what's his name? Shooting threes and LeBron turning around. Everybody, I'm like, dog, these dudes. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. Like as a Rockets fan, I'm like, bro, that's pretty cool. But in my head, I'm like, come on, man. And that's why I don't want to go too much in it, but when we talked before, we got to start putting more respect on LeBron James' name and remove what I'm saying is that let's put the Jordan thing to the side and start holding these other players that's under LeBron, coming up under LeBron in the same league with LeBron to LeBron standards, right? LeBron wouldn't move like that. Everything that James Harden did, he wouldn't move like that. Every time I see LeBron's sideline, Everybody has camaraderie, right? And that man deserves kudos for that. But watching the game, first of all, right? Not even going too far into this game, but first of all, I couldn't understand, like, bro, when are we gonna see Boogie and see Wood in the same game? In this on a that to me, Silas gotta figure that one out. And that kind of brings me to the trade a little bit, is that I like Victor Oladipo, but I was like, bro, like, but I feel like we could use Jared Allen too, in the sense, because we don't have no other big man between Boogie and C Wood. All we got is these PJ Tucker lookalikes. Like, everybody's a forward, which may be the system they want to run. But I'm like, dude, like, against the Lakers, like, why we got PJ Tucker guard AD? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, like, we need to put C Wood at the power forward and just put Boogie at the 5. But I'm pretty sure Silas got a plan on what he's trying to do. But I'm like, bro, when you playing against them, like, you got Gasol and AD, bro. Like, that's why they got up so quick. That's number one. But I don't want to talk about that game so much. It's just that, to your point, like we talked before, it was always you always said they need to get rid of them soon, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And it goes back to that thing of, if you're in a relationship with somebody, and once that one person shows that they don't want to be with you anymore, are they really not interested and they're not into salvaging it, bro, you gotta let them go, because you're
because
right.
because real quick, because what it's gonna take for them to fuck your brother or fuck your sister, like that's what it's gonna take.
That's what it's gonna take for you to get.
And then that sting is gonna carry. That's gonna hit you for about a year or so. You see what I'm saying? It takes them having to go let you know, bro, I'm not, and you ain't. So yeah, my bad.
No, you're right, and that's what initially happened, because they weren't able to build a true chemistry. And to your point as well, the Silas deserves that opportunity to be able to build and establish his new culture. Let's say if they would have had Victor Oladipo, no Jared Allen, none of that, but just man, because the reason why I like Victor Oladipo, but I'm trying to see, and you can answer this question later for me. I was going to ask you that question of how that backcourt is going to look, right? Like how it's going to look, and I feel like Victor can play off the ball. I don't think he has no issue at all with that. And we got another Nigerian when so in Houston, so that's dope. But I just want I'm looking at what we have as for bigs on I'm like, bro, I just think it don't even have to be a Jared Allen. I'm like, bro, we need another big on the roster, like, to me. But yeah, we could use another big, because I want to see Boogie in that starting lineup. I think it's hard for Boogie coming off the bench, bro. Like, I feel like Boogie has been frustrated trying to get his rhythm. People hating on him, you know what I'm saying, doing all kinds of stuff. The refs doing all kinds of stuff on him. But nah, bro, like, I actually feel happy because it's closure, right? And then the Rockets were able to get some picks out of it. I think the most important thing for me was like, hey, we got a solid squad, right? They
didn't even need a Victor Oladipo. They didn't even. They could have just did all the damn picks, and that's it.
That's it.
Because now Vic is a big fucking piece that you now ain't got a fucking off season to kind of implement in. So you finna lose a couple games. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was the thing, that because I was actually like, bro, I kind of would have probably preferred LeVert, but but it's so many options that they could have done. But at the same time, like, you're right. But then that's the thing I'm like, dude, that's gonna be chemistry issues, because it's not an issue, but that John Wall is almost redundant in a way, And I'm like, bro, when are we gonna get away from redundancy at this position? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to kind of move it. Like, LeVert, to me, he can play within the system. That's why I like LeVert.
Right. And
it's gonna be
what
great.
I feel like they need it.
And we're gonna have to add him to our list, because I want to really watch him over there in Indiana. I think they're gonna have some things cooking over there. But I feel like it's a bit redundant in what we got. So we're gonna have to see how that works. But I like that we have some closure now. But to your point, now we're gonna go through that situation. But they may play free, because now you got 3 hungry guys on your team. Well, 4. You got C Wood, he hungry, he ready to play. You got even he played weird last night. You can tell tension
Mm-hmm.
was there, bro. It feel like they all
Mm-hmm.
knew that this dude was getting traded or something. Cause it don't tell us everything. He probably went off in the locker room last night. You don't know what happened, right? Um, but again, you got C Wood who hungry. Jay Wall is hungry. You got Boogie, and now you got Victor. So now you got guys at least playing free and not trying to impress somebody and feeling pressure, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
think about how much pressure it is or it was on John Wall and Boogie, right? John Wall been injured for like 2 seasons, bro. Like he just think even though it sucks for Silas, but it also sucks for John Wall. It's like, bro, he's been preparing for this moment for 2 years. He finally gets to play again, and look what he's playing. All this crap that he's playing through. Same thing with Boogie, bro. He literally been going through all this stuff, man, going through them lessons of life. He gets to this moment, and look what they have to put themselves in. And I feel like Harden, as a professional at least, can be like, bro, like either man, I don't want to play dog, but they tried to tell him. But I do think that it's gonna free them brothers on that team, and it may help with chemistry. It's gonna help Silas. They may lose some games, bro. You don't want to be behind in the Western Conference, but I think that I think that it's great that the move act is done, and I feel like it's gonna free some space in the room as far as chemistry
Mm-hmm.
goes, and those guys are gonna be able to play free. The question I was going to ask you that I want to know from you are: do you think that the Rockets are rebuilding?
No, they're not rebuilding. They to me what they're doing. You remember when they had Kyle Lowry and
Mm-hmm.
like Kelvin Cato, like Chuck Hayes, all that stuff, and
Aaron
they kept
Brooks.
getting that fifth. Yeah, they kept getting that fifth seed over and over and over
Mm-hmm.
with no name brand players.
Yep.
That was annoying, right?
Yeah.
But this time that they're doing that with people that you want to see, not people that they found at the YMCA. Because at the time, we ain't know who the hell, like nobody.
Nobody cared who Chuck Hayes
Nobody,
was.
nobody cared, but people in Houston. So it's like, you know, that I'm a big fan of this team right now. Like I think that they did a good job. I don't think that. I mean, I love Victor Oladipo, but I would have preferred them not to get a huge piece like that. I wish it was something like a Kevin Love, something like that. But I wish that they didn't get a huge piece like that, something like a Karis LeVert that just fall into a system.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have 3 all-star type players already, and I'm like, sometimes, man, just because a person don't have a name yet, don't mean that you can't get them to that point, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just that's my whole thing about it. I just feel like Houston, they did a good job in getting Victor Oladipo, but they made this trade insecurely, where they was like, oh, we got to get something. No, bro, you got those 4 draft picks was all you really needed.
Facts.
But I know they have to match up salaries. I
Yeah,
get that.
and I think
But
that was
I
a
would have.
big
That's why
thing.
I would have took
Yeah.
Kevin Love. I just would have took Kevin Love because I know he got a fat contract with maybe like a player or two.
No, to your point, Kevin Love would have been a good move because he would have added you another big, right? And
He would have
Kevin
had
Love
another
don't
big.
he's a versatile,
He
he's a
don't play
stretch
in
big.
there.
He don't.
Yeah.
So it would have been, and I think we could have used like you could line him up with C Wood, and then let Boogie come off the bench. Or the other way,
Right.
or vice versa. And I feel like watching like we playing in the West, my G. Like you know how many. Like I see Wood a little too light in the ass right now. You still need this NBA. Even watching him last night stand next to AD, he looks
Yep.
frail. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and he gonna need about another year or two to get his full NBA body in there. The brother got skills, but he gonna need to get his body in there a little bit. There's another thing I wanted to ask you. Oh man, well, do you think? Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. James Harden said he loved this city and he pretty much did everything he could.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he did everything that he could?
Yeah, that's all he got. Like that was not like, yeah, that was it. Like the nigga's not Kobe, the nigga ain't Jordan, the nigga ain't Shaq. No. What else? Like he was telling the truth.
Yep.
like,
He's
but they're treating him like
he's a
Shaq,
number one, but
Kobe,
he's yeah.
Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even Penny Hardaway. Like, I'm like, bro, like,
Yeah.
trust me, that I'm not disrespecting Harden, bro. Like, I'm
You
telling
calling
you.
it for what it is.
Yes, I'm just saying, dog. If you like niggas like D Wade, we seen what D Wade could do by Jimmy Butler. We seen what he could do by himself, right? Like Allen Iverson, cats like Paul Pierce. Like, we seen what these dudes could do by themselves, right? And what I'm saying is, bro, like, well, Paul Pierce didn't get to a championship by himself, but I'm just
but
saying,
he ain't never had no game like Harden had in that.
Yeah, like in the playoffs and stuff, like he was balling in the playoffs.
You never questioned what Paul Pierce was gonna do. He just never had the team. You know, it was just like, okay, but he ain't never had those situations. Like, man, I wonder what was on the Truth's mind. Like what happened?
Right, you never had that. And so what I'm saying is with James Harden, I'm like, bro, like, I get it, dog. He could average 35. You don't think Steph Curry could average 35 if he wanted to? You don't think LeBron James could average 35? But they don't, and they have rings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about that. Like, it's deeper than just stats sometimes. And I'm like, bro, like, I think that he probably would have had a ring if he scaled it back, 25, and or stop trying to chase fucking triple doubles and 10 assists every night.
He missed his
just let the game
opportunity.
coach you.
He missed his opportunity when he decided not to listen to Kobe. Remember when Kobe came out? They had that interview a while back. I think it was when he was like dropping, like, this dude was dropping 30 like a night, and Kobe asked Kobe about it. And I think this was that same season when CP3 got hurt. He was hurt for a little stint, and James Harden was going ham every night.
Yes.
And Kobe said,
this was
bro,
Kobe last year.
Yeah, but no, Kobe wasn't even. Kobe was. Oh, you talking about last year life? Oh, you talking about
last year? No. I'm talking about Kobe's last year playing.
I think so. It was around that time, or he had just retired. Because I remember there was an interview with him, T-Mac, and old girl from the jump, and they asked him about it, and he was like, "Bruh, that stuff is nice, but it's not gonna win you championship." He said, "Bro, it's fun to watch." And I remember them asking Harden about that, and Harden he didn't disrespect Kobe, but it was almost kind of like, I feel what Kobe's saying, bro. But listen, I ain't on that tip right now. But I felt like that was his moment to get corrected and say, "All right, bro, let me tune in, because Kobe probably have a point, right? If anybody got a point, it would be that man. This dude literally scored 81 points in a game. So." And we know how Kobe balled out. But even Kobe knew, if you want to play championship basketball, and I'm only saying this to your point of, if he would have scaled it back, he would have won. I wholeheartedly agree. If he would have scaled it back. But I think he just told everybody in the basketball community, in the basketball world, in the basketball universe, I'm not a number one. Like, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like, it's like, I'm not a housewife. Feel me? Like a woman. I'm not a housewife.
Trying to make her one.
Yeah, like, I want to let a hoe be a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, she's saying, listen, I am a hoe. Like, I tried this housewife stuff.
Exactly.
I'm really trying my hardest, and I cannot do it. Like, and I need to go. And Rocket's like that husband. No, we're gonna make this work. We got the kids, and and it's like, nah, bro, you just need to go ahead and let her go. It'll be best for the family, bro.
Bro. Where's Houston pride, dog? That's the word of the fucking day, bro. Like, where's your damn pride? Sometimes pride can come before the fall, but like, there's a balance, though. You feel me? Yeah. There's a balance, because it's showing that they don't believe in this roster. That's what I'm getting to. Like, you don't believe in the roster, you don't believe in the coach. I'm pretty sure Silas was done already.
I think he was done day one. I'm pretty sure he was done the first time he didn't show up.
First start. Exactly. He was done. And so I'm just like, bro, like, now, Fertitta, now you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because everybody in the room know what the deal is. You don't believe in them. Now you like, man, I'd rather have that piece of shit out here humiliating everybody and half playing and being fat and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather hit than leave y'all in this house by y'allself.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. So now what Boogie now, and you know what kind of cat Boogie is. You don't think he got that?
Oh, I know he had something to say about
got that. So I'm just like, bro. And he said in his interview, he said, man, I came here for John Wall. Ooh. He said, bro, I only came here for John Wall anyway, just to be truthful about it. Yeah. So you know,
they probably had that conversation. John Wall said, I'm gonna make it work, and John Wall and Boogie was like, man, fuck that nigga, dog. Like, hey, dog, you my homie. If you want to roll with that, dog, I'm here. You could do it. But for me, I ain't here for all that, bro.
I know Boogie wanted to put some hands on him, and I know John Wall was telling Boogie not to do it.
Yeah.
I already know. Because John Wall was trying to be a real cool nigga, bro. I could tell he was trying to be the real, but sometimes, dog, you got to let a man go on this journey.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to let, like Harden, he probably was trying to tell Harden, like, bro, like, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you probably don't want to, but just give us a chance, bro. Like, trying to be a real nice guy about it, bro. Being a good sweetheart about the shit.
Let me tell you this, though. I'm not to cut you off, but that backcourt that we have now, we're gonna be Rockets for real. It's gonna be
all I'm gonna say, bro. It's finna
they're
go
gonna be
down.
Rockets for real, dog. They about to be. It's gonna be so explosive now, bro.
And both of them could play within each other. Both of them don't have huge egos to where, like, John Wall was okay with those 17-point nights. He okay with that.
Yeah, he okay with that. And he played
Victor, bro. Okay with that too.
Yep.
And Victor, the one thing about Victor, bro, that's why I say, hey, they won by far, bro. Because it's like, it sounds stupid and crazy, but I'm just keeping it 1,000. I've seen Vic play in the playoffs, bro.
Oh, a nigga play, bro. He plays.
I've seen Vic play games that don't mean shit. The boy bring his heart every fucking time. And as a competitor, somebody played sports before, bro, when you play in a team setting, it's not about if you got all the good people on your team.
No.
When you the person that's on the team, I know as fans, we could be like, oh, nah, bro. You want somebody on your squad that's just gonna ball, like, regardless.
It's respectable.
And that's Vic. I feel like, bro, you get them to the playoffs, you give them the right coach, you give them the right system, you give them the right team. Shit, if he could work with Westbrook, bro, and
I was just about to say that. Go ahead.
Look at how he was with Westbrook.
Yes.
Right?
Still got
everybody was like, damn, that nigga Vic ain't really, man. I don't know, man. Because he ain't had no ego. He took a step back.
Yeah.
He went to Indiana and set the league on fire.
Yep.
Wasn't even tripping. He didn't talk about Russ in a bad way. Nope. He didn't say anything. So I'm just like, bro, sometimes it's about character. Sometimes it's about heart. Sometimes it's about not having so big of an ego. Sometimes it's about having a person that's securing themselves and saying, hey, I know I'm going to get mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm going to get mine. And I'll get mine when y'all need me to get mine. Right? So, and that's what I see in Vic.
Yeah, I also feel like now we really got a grown man team now. You know what I'm saying? In a way. And you're right. It's going to take some time. But listen, bro, it could be a situation, right, where they just go on fire, right? Because when you get that funk out of there, you know what I'm saying? They probably explode on the team. Silas probably start pulling out all kinds of packages. He may just be like, all right, dog, he's gone. It's like
I hope so. They probably was ready for the league.
Hey, you remember that movie Problem Child? You remember the movie?
Ooh, I remember the movie. But
okay, I don't know if you remember the scene where he got adopted and he was leaving the adoption place. He finally got a family to adopt him, and they was like driving off, and like everybody, like everybody at the adoption little place, like all the kids, all the nuns, everybody was like just outside, just waiting, just quiet. right? As soon as they drove off, down balloon parade, damn clowns running everywhere.
Oh shit!
They were so happy that he left, and it was some family to actually take him. Like, oh shoot, y'all, all right, get it. Hey, let's
feel
go.
like it's coming back to my head, but
You probably remember that scene. But either way,
mm-hmm.
some people out there listening may remember that scene. But that's what I was thinking about. But I kind of want to switch gears and go to the Nets, right? What is this now?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
What does this now means for the New Jersey Nets? What are your thoughts on what this? You know, you got the stuff going on with Kyrie, and now KD balling as usual. He don't really matter. You give him a basketball, he gonna ball out. But now you add Harden to the team. What do you think, chemistry wise? Are they NBA champions, or what do you think?
People think that this move was to create a big three. Mm-hmm. This move was made because they know they're gonna lose Kyrie.
I know what he's talking about, man. Talk to him.
So, and that's why Harden wanted to go ahead and come over there. This had nothing. KD and Harden are talking on the low, bro. Just like Wall and Cousins was talking on the low, KD and Harden was talking on the low. Kyrie knew about it, and that's why he doing his personal reason shit, bro. Right? And now, because they probably knew this shit was gonna happen, dog. He probably knew that this shit was gonna happen. They probably already knew the news was gonna break, bro, a while ago. And Kyrie don't want that shit to happen, dog, because Kyrie is Kyrie, bro. But anyway, it's not supposed to be a big three. It's supposed to be a big two. I think that Brooklyn is banking on maybe Kyrie staying, and they could sell the tickets and stuff like that for a little bit. But I think they got desperate and they made this trade because I think they know what's going on with Kyrie, and they didn't want Kyrie to begin with. They knew Kyrie that Kyrie could bring KD. Mm-hmm. So, and then another point, you got 3 fucking nutheads, bro, in one room. What I'm gonna tell you that
KD not a bad nuthead to me though. He just wants a basketball. Okay. He just wants a basketball in his hand.
I'm gonna put it like this here, bro. When you make decisions to get out of Golden State, I ask you this: what was his reason for leaving Golden State?
I think it was because he felt underappreciated because that owner said that stupid stuff when they had that championship deal.
They said, what did the owner say? Like the owner said, no, not verbatim, but basically the owner was just supporting Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. That's what.
Well, he fell into the trap. He thought that he was gonna go to state and pretty much take the booty.
You're right.
And so your intention was wrong anyway. Yeah.
AJ, but now all I'm at now, now answer a simple question. Is it idiotic to think that you're gonna take over Steph Curry's role in Golden State?
First of all, you couldn't even take over. You couldn't take over OKC with Russell Westbrook.
So that was very idiotic of him, right? Mm-hmm. He's a fucking idiot, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? He's just an idiot, bro. Like, or he may not be that smart, bro, and that's fine. Harden, why did he want out of Houston? And you got John Wall, Boogie. Put it like this here: do Brooklyn have the talent that the Houston Rockets got?
No, not outside of KD.
They traded LeVert.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie.
I mean, but having KD, that's That's a lot.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Kyrie, he wanted to leave the Cavs, right? With LeBron. Idiotic, bro.
The reasoning wasn't right. It was
Boston.
yeah.
Idiotic.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Harden, he wanted Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, Westbrook. He wanted all. It didn't work in 1 or 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm just stating the facts.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I'm just stating the facts. I'm not just throwing an opinion out there. I'm just saying, dog, if you got dudes that don't want to play with LeBron, don't want to play with a young team like the Celtics, then you got dudes that don't want to play with Chris Paul, don't want to play with Westbrook, don't want to. Then you got dudes that don't want to play with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, which are the quietest dudes of all fucking time. When you saw these niggas talk shit to somebody?
I mean, no, they really don't.
So,
only dude that was doing it was Draymond Green.
Yeah.
And he cool with Draymond Green again.
Right. And now you want to go play with dudes. Now they all want to play with each other.
Yeah.
What, like, where do it make sense?
And when you go to OKC, like, right, because just to add another spot, I'm pretty sure OKC would do anything Kevin Durant wanted, right? With the way that they made moves for Westbrook, getting him people, if Kevin Durant would have been a man, I don't want to say be a man. I'm not even gonna put if he just would have been a leader. Yeah. Because this basketball, bro. Yeah, this basketball, right? But what I'm saying is, if he would have been a leader, just spoke up and just said, "Man, I can't do this," they would have said, "Fine, we'll make the necessary moves, Kevin." Because it was proof in the pudding, dog. When y'all lost that 3-1 lead, that dude, something's not right, and that's not normal. Something was off. Right. So that was your opportunity.
And it was Westbrook.
Yeah. Go into the front office and say, I cannot win with this, make this go away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play with this, make this go away. I'd rather play with CP3 or somebody that I like, make this go away. And that's why you got to give Braun some credit. A lot. Listen, we talk about Braun all the time. I'm not a LeBron guy like that. But what I am saying in this world of picking and choosing players who you want to go and play with, LeBron would be honest and be like, nah, I don't want to play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I'm going to play my contract out, right? At least with this one, I'm going to play my contract out and I'm going to go somewhere else. But this the thing though, dog. LeBron is that kid who people think, oh, he don't do his homework, right? But he leave class early, right? But people don't know he stayed up late last night preparing, doing all that stuff, and then that's why he left class early. He's one of those.
He banged everybody on the test.
Yeah, but he low key he did all the right principled things, right? Yeah, when LeBron switched teams, bro, like I put it to you like this. You can question if he got the dog in him and all that other crap, right? Or the killer instinct, fine. But what you can't question is his preparation. He's always going to be in tip-top shape, and he's going to come to your team as a professional, bro. Like, you going to get all of that. It's not going to be anything else in between that, right? And he went to Cleveland, he went to Miami, won. Went to Cleveland, won. Went to Lakers, won. Just no nonsense. He's going to. But my thing is, if you're going to make these moves, I bring that point up to say, if you're going to make these moves, I'm going to lead a team, you're going to like pretty much like embarrass yourself, your team, your organization, and you better win. You better
win. And they not.
So go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, that was my thing, because I was going to ask the next question. Can this team...
wait, before you ask the question.
Go ahead.
So let's stay on Bron, okay? Let's stay on Bron for like a couple more minutes, right? The thing about LeBron, when he said, I want that person, I want that person, I want that person, right? He had that option 3 times in his career, right?
Yeah.
At what time was it prematurely broken up without them sealing the deal, bro? When he said, I wanted to play with Dwayne Wade. I want to play with
No, it was only when it
won.
exhausted.
He
He
won a
won
chip.
with him. Yeah, he won a chip and got to a couple finals.
There you go.
Yep.
When he went back to Cleveland, and then he said, I want to play with Kyrie and Kevin Love. He didn't prematurely say, oh, no, this shit ain't working, right? No. You probably saw Kyrie dumbass doing stupid shit, but he fulfilled his obligation, and he did what he had to do. They won a chip. Yep. When he got to the Lakers, he said, I want AD, right? He probably seen AD over there getting hurt because somebody rubbed his leg, but guess what? Then they said, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to fulfill my obligations, and I'm going to win this chip.
Yep.
Now, everybody wants to say, oh, no, LeBron teamed up. That's why he got a ring. All right, it's a whole lot of niggas out here teaming up.
Shit ain't.
And they not winning. Nope. You get what I'm saying? They not winning. So I'm just like, bro, it's not just his preparation. It's not, but it's his discipline. It's his patience. Mm-hmm. It's his team building skills, his teamwork skills. These are things that may not show up in the box score.
Yep.
But I'm saying, dog, with LeBron, he comes out to play every night.
Yep.
He gives his best. He put his best foot forward.
Yep.
Like, he's a great teammate.
Put it like this. Not to cut you off. Put it like this. You're not gonna catch LeBron James with any rapper. We ain't gotta say Lil Baby. You're not about to catch him before the season giving another man some honey buns, right? Like, you just not gonna see LeBron do no stupid shit like that.
No,
you just
bro.
not gonna see it.
And I get it. Like, maybe Harden, I don't know, he want to have whatever. I'm just saying, bro, it's just when we talking about this man, LeBron, dog.
But that's the thing, though. But with LeBron, it was like LeBron. First of all, LeBron, if he didn't feel he not gonna sign that type of deal either. His deal always was friendly to get. Then that's the other point.
Just in case.
Just in case. And you signed the deal, bro. Even if the Rockets were stupid to keep it around, bro, you still signed the deal.
You took this right where I wanted to go. I'm glad you brought this up, right? Because these motherfuckers in this NBA, I'm telling you, bro, they're going to keep playing. And the owners are just writing down all these things that these little players are doing about this guaranteed money. They getting out of hand. They starting to smell their ass a little bit. And LeBron is the only thing saving them with this guaranteed money. Because these do like this personal reason crap, this I don't want to play because something happened in social justice issues and stuff like that. I don't want to play because of coronavirus, it's a pandemic, but I want to get paid. I'm like, bro, y'all gonna keep playing and y'all gonna mess up what a lot of y'all's predecessors are, or like the Charles Barkley's of the world, like the Wilt Chamberlains of the world, fought for y'all to get. Y'all are acting very spoiled, like y'all were the ones that fought for these guaranteed contracts. Mm-hmm. It's coming off as very unappreciative, and it just looks very, 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 very bad. And LeBron James, he ain't like all this load management. I play when I'm old, but I want a jet. It's like, bro, LeBron don't ask for none of that shit. Like, maybe he has like his little thing.
At least if he does, dog,
but this nigga brings it every.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
And he wins the damn championship, bro. Yes. He don't have more than Jordan, bro. But I'm just saying, whatever franchise he went to, he got them a damn ring.
Yes.
So I'm like, bro, like LeBron,
and he do it in the constraints of his contract, right? Like, he does it. He's not trying to leave early. He ain't taking off nights. He's saying, bro, like
holding out.
No, he's not doing none of that. And I think that's the thing you got to look at with him, bro. He still is coming to work every day. He's still satisfying his obligations to that organization that he's with. He's never did anything outside the obligation. He just said, well, when I'm a free agent, I'm going to be free and make a free decision. I've never seen, or I'm going to force your ass to trade for the dude that I want. right? Like but he ain't gonna make that move, right? So, but at least he's transparent enough to say, hey, like with KD, I'm willing to bet Jordan. If KD stayed in OKC, he probably could have got Kyrie to come there too. I'm willing to bet that. If he was still in OKC, he could have got a lot of guys in OKC. I'm pretty sure.
I'll do you one better. He don't want to play with Kyrie no more, but he's scared to tell him to his face.
Yes.
Because all of that, the only thing that's keeping Kyrie in the Brooklyn Net uniform is KD's cosign. That's it. If KD went to the GM and was like, nah, bro, this ain't it. They don't even want this nigga, bro.
So hold on. Because I remember, see, people don't know our history, right? So I remember that people don't know this dude on this call with me right now, on this show with me. And I know it don't matter to nobody anywhere, right? But this dude called when we're gonna go to the Eagles. When Vic got out of jail and signed with the Eagles, this dude pretty much said, "Nah, they're gonna trade Donovan McNabb." And I'm sitting there just like, nah, bro, that's chunky. This people don't understand. This was chunky soup, Donovan McNabb. Like this ain't this was Donovan in his height of prime, like in it, like household
right after TO.
Right after the TOs, like this is, post that. And this dude said, they go, and I didn't believe it till it happened. I was like, wow, they did. Now, my question is, let's just say they are planning to trade him. What team, what player, what do they want to get? Because you're right, they may not be done because they got rid of a lot. They don't have a point guard. They don't. I mean, they have Kyrie, but they don't have a true backup point guard. They have some other pieces, but they still need to fill that roster out a little bit, right? So my question to you is, can they even get rid of Kyrie? Who even wants that? But if they do, who do you see him going to, and what do you see them getting?
I'll do you one better, bro. Let's say you sign a contract with a business, right? Let's say you say, man, I want to sign a contract with a business, and it's gonna be for 3 years or whatever, right? But then you say, I ain't coming to work. But you sign a contract, right? A contract is a paper that has stuff on it, law binding things on it, right? Yep. That's going to protect the person that you're signing that contract for, right? Yep. You don't think in that contract to say, man, if you don't show your black ass up to work, we're going to let you go. And it ain't going to be no kind of terms of we owe you money and like that, or we owe you a very small percentage of that money. So I'll do you I'll do you one better. Nobody want Kyrie, number one. All right. So I'm gonna say it's not gonna be a trade. It's just gonna be a cut ties, or he gonna act like he probably retiring.
I think he gonna act like he retiring.
But the thing is,
be that type of contrarian to do some shit like that.
Exactly. But that is what's gonna wake his ass up. And that's what they're banking on, that he needs them checks. That's what they banking on, bro. That why they may have a big three. But what I'm saying to Brooklyn, just like I'm saying to the Rockets, if the owners want to be smart right now, bro, and protect like that whole these niggas getting out of line type shit, the Rockets should have traded KD. No, the Rockets should have traded James Harden to a shit ass like Indiana, Sacramento. They should have did that. And let's say like the Brooklyn Nets, they're like, all right, bro, we done with you. And see if Indiana or somebody will take them, like the bottom of the barrel people will take them. New York Knicks, stuff like that, because that might be, that's the that's
you want to check. You want to check.
York.
Yeah, you might want to check before you let it go.
Right, before you do them like that, because you just don't want to do a man like that, right? Yeah. And and before you snip them. But I would just, when these guys want to not fill out their contracts and stuff like that, I trade them to the bottom of the barrel. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like I feel like they should do that, but I think that they're gonna cut him. I think they may cut this man, bro, because he going out like right now, like that nigga is off the grid, bro. Like this nigga not answering his phones. He not doing none of this shit. Like Steve Kerr didn't even know he wasn't gonna play today.
Steve Nash, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Nash. I'm sorry. Yeah. He didn't even know he was not gonna even play today. He didn't even call him until like.
But that's the thing. To your point before, like, why would you even want that type of shit on your team if you're pursuing a championship? Like, why would you even want that?
I was listening to ESPN today, and that's what, bro, Stephen A. said, dog. The league is giving up on him, bro. Like he said, bro, like no, he said the Rockets don't want him. And he was like, dog, the best thing for him to do right now is probably retire. Because nobody wants him. He said the only thing that's holding this man, dog, is KD. But his idiotic ass don't see that. He got so big of a, like, you know, I don't know where the fuck Kyrie brain be at, bro. And I'm sure it's on something very important. But I'm just like, bro, like, because I see where his brain is, dog. And I see what he's trying to do. But I'm like, bro, I got you. Okay. It's just like you, it's like, it's a thing like this. Like, let's say, dog, you a parent, right? And you a dad. And you like, bro, I love my child so much. I just want to be with them all the time. So you be like, I'm going to quit my job so I could just be a full-time parent all the time. And you a single parent. Then you be like, y'all niggas can't eat. Y'all niggas getting homeless. And you like, bro, I got it. Being a parent is, and the reason why you did it because of your child, it sounds commendable, but it's not responsible. And that's what it is with Kyrie. It's commendable the things that you probably are passionate about and what you probably chasing. It's probably stuff that we don't know or whatever. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But what makes it idiotic is that he's not being responsible about it. And that is where I lose respect for him. Because you gotta have that balance. To me, you gotta have balance.
That's a great point.
So with him, I feel like, man, you know what? It's gonna be the AI situation. Remember with AI, when like it was getting to a point to where it's like, bro, like then nobody was signing. And because AI on the end, bro, like when he went to the Denver Nuggets, then he went to Detroit, he wasn't showing up to practice and shit. Like he wasn't showing up. And that's why they was letting them go, you know, and then they just gave up on him.
Yeah.
LeBron couldn't help you. Then a great franchise like Boston can't help you. Then they was better without you. Now you go to Brooklyn and the same mess is going on, bro. I think it's something deep going on with him, bro. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I would say this to your point about commendable versus responsible. Another thing to think about too is a saying that goes, how you do anything is how you do everything. So you may have these commendable things that you're giving your attention to, but just like you handle this situation, you may handle one of those passions of yours the same way, right? So that's just something to think about in the universe of the world, you know what I'm saying? The Most High set up. How you do anything, bro, is how you gonna approach everything. And sometimes I hate thinking about that stuff in my personal life, but I go, man, but but it comes up, bro. Like if you lazy at work, you lazy at work,
you're gonna be lazy everywhere.
You're gonna be lazy everywhere else, dog. So you better keep that high motor or whatever it may be. But like you said, you want to be responsible, right? We're not gonna say it again, but the whole point of it is, and I love it, right? I'm gonna take it to somebody else. I'm not gonna say LeBron, Deion Sanders, right? I remember, bro, I was watching Rich Eisen interview, dog, and Deion was on there, and they was like, "Oh, Deion, you always been showy and stuff like that, you know." But Deion was like, "Bro, but I won," because he was talking about Cam, he was like, man, Cam, you can't be wearing that, bro, if you losing. Cause they were like, well, what about when you on draft day? He said, dog, I won that day. I was getting drafted, bro. Like baseball to two leagues,
yeah,
bro. And I was getting that guap, bro. Like
leagues.
I was watching an interview the other day. That boy right there was just straight swagged out. But I watching it with the thing in my head. He's saying, dog, but I won. So that's a principle in life, dog. Like he's saying, bro, yes, I flash, I do all this other stuff, and that's a message to. And think about what Dion did for the league, bro. He opened it up for a lot of players, bro. That's why I don't like going too in on the internet. I'm like, bro, they got their own plight. It may not be perfect, it may not be beautiful. It's not as leisurous as the NBA, but at the same time, bro, it's been some players who've been some trendsetters in there, and guys like Dion opened up the bank for cornerbacks, bro. Got them their bread. That man got his bread. But the thing about it is, if you're gonna make all these moves, James Harden, you're gonna sign a contract with a team, then say they give you every player, all the toys you want to play with, and you want to leave, but bro, you better come with it, nigga, and you better be in shape too. You know what I'm saying? You better be a student. You better do all your homework, bro, because when you do stuff like that, you're gonna be held accountable. You got to be held accountable by the universe and by that game and by that professional venture. But I would also say another thought is that, like you said before, the NBA, the owners, I don't think the players understand what's going on. And I don't think a lot of people who are fans of the NBA or fans of player empowerment understand what's going on. Because this thing, yes, LeBron is saving them. No, yes, LeBron is saving them, Gerard, but LeBron is on his way out the door.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
It ain't like LeBron got 10 more years. LeBron is on his way out the door. So when he leaves, the owner's probably like, "Now we about to whip y'all in shape now. He gone." You know what I'm saying? We don't care. Now, because now that this is with the NBA, especially so now we're talking business. We're not talking opinion. We're talking business. So now the NBA is saying he's not here anymore. So now we got to sell the game again. Now we got to sell the sport, and you can't sell the sport if you have Dame Lillard is great, but I mean they're gonna have to build this league a different way, and it's gonna have to go to a different model because you don't have that superstar guy anymore who's the face of your league.
You know what kind of money? You know what kind of money? This is an amazing thing that you just broached, because you know how much money alone LeBron bring. Like I'm guaranteed, I don't know these numbers off the top of my head, but I would go to I would bet the world on this, dog. The money that LeBron generates for the NBA, right, as an individual, if you go to the next person that we're trying to crown, Kawhi Leonard or whoever else, right, I guarantee you, he probably quadruples, if not quintuple it, whatever the fuck it is. Like they can't touch the man and sell him. So these guaranteed contracts are coming off of his back. To me.
Well, to your point.
Let's
ESPN,
just say if they said
ESPN and FS1, who they talk about all the time.
Bron. Now let me tell you this, and then think about this. Okay, KD number 2. All right. You want to hear KD talk in an interview for a long time. You want to watch KD every night. You want to watch. You want KD is really that damn interesting. Like you want to put your money on Kawhi Leonard.
To basketball purists, we'll watch it.
Yeah, but I'm
not cutting you off. But
yeah,
no.
It's not as strong.
Yes,
it's not as strong as a LeBron's. Like aura.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. What I'm saying is that basketball purists will watch KD and all them, but basketball purists will watch LeBron, and guess who else gonna watch LeBron? Yeah, your casual fans are going to. Casual fans ain't gonna watch KD like that. They're not gonna watch
the women.
Yes,
is who we trying to talk about right now, right? Yes. Let's say you think a woman's gonna sit up here and just be interested in KD's life, and he's not married, he don't have kids, you know, he ain't got nothing else going on outside of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that women fall in love with.
Yeah.
You right?
Steph has
because
that.
they could. Say it again.
I said Steph Curry has that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, and if you notice, Steph Curry's like as an athlete, how much money he makes as an athlete overall.
Yeah.
He's right on LeBron, if not a little bit. Like he right there. And you're like, man, how this thing be badly played? He always hurt. But it's because like he got the women factor. And I'm not talking about handsome and stuff like that. I'm talking about women like the other stuff around it.
Yeah.
Right? Like they like the other stuff around the player, right? Yeah. Like James Harden. No woman is really just like he's not a house. You know what?
Unless you're an IG model or a stripper.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. Or you trying to find daddy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he's not like Steph Curry and Bron are probably the only household wholesome names in the game. And with Curry can't play a whole season. You know what I'm saying? He could barely play a whole damn season. So I love that you brought that up because when Bron is gone, dog, they probably letting this shit fester and be like, all right, dog, because Bron got to get his contract.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like Bron got to get his, okay? Because LeBron got to get his. And he finna get ownership in the Cavs. That's why we low key building them niggas up right now. All right.
Hey, let's not go there
yet.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there yet. But I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, Bron is holding the game up, and yes, they will probably whip these guys in the shape. Because like I say, Dame, bro, like it's nobody.
Hey, you know the funny part about it is LeBron gonna be right with their ass. Yeah, I think we need to bring the game up.
Yeah. because AJ, but I would not blame him because these same dudes are hating on him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because these same dudes are hating on him because they think that he's getting the preferential treatment. No, dog. Like he's the fucking meal ticket for the NBA.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Kevin Durant, dog.
Well,
nobody cares.
All these other niggas acting like little brothers when that nigga the oldest, right? The oldest nigga gets certain things, right? Because he gonna be held the most responsible for whatever goes down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's the older brother, and his little brothers are just being little brothers and tripping. If you feel like he gets preferential treatment, then my thing is, we all been in a situation where you see a person get dog, then you need to do what you need to do, dog. Instead of trying to get the same, this is what I hate, bro. I hate
why he get to do it.
Yeah, dog, I hate when, this is my thing, I'm speaking, I don't want to go too far off the grid, but I'm going to stay on, but this is my point. I hate when grown-ass people be like, oh, he came in late from lunch. I know what they were doing. Or are they all off together? I'm like, bro, who gives two shits, right? I don't care about that, bro, because guess what? I'm gonna just do my job, and if I get up, I may do the same thing, but who cares, dog? Like, don't get mad, just get money, bro. Like, do what you gotta do and stop worried. When you doing all that, dog, you ain't, even if they doing wrong things, even if, dog, that's on his watch, bro. That's on his conscience. Me, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, right? Like, instead of everybody, like, in a sense, right? Steph Curry them said, bro, we not gonna try to beat, we just gonna add a piece to our team, right? We're not gonna try to beat Bron. Like, I think that's why, in a sense, Steph was able to really truly be a rival to LeBron, right? He was really able, out of the little brothers, because Steph said, I'm a big brother, but I'm a big brother in a different way, but I need to counsel you out. So we're gonna counsel you out. But I feel like everybody else, think about it, Steph Curry ain't trying to leave for no team.
Nope.
He ain't trying to go nowhere. He's building his brand and he's getting players on his squad, right? And his thing is, I ain't gonna play if we ain't got the squad. I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah, it's his thing. Yeah, it's his thing.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But my thing is, bro, but he's fulfilling his contract. He's working on his craft in the offseason. And so you got to give him flowers in that regard, in that respect.
He's being responsible.
He's being responsible, bro. He not trying to jump off a team despite another man. Like, even if Kyrie knew, bro, he gonna leave for LA. Fine, bro. Like, when y'all contracts get over, bro, you may have Cavaliers, or you can go anywhere you want to go. Like, bro, just I think it's certain laws and principles, bro. Like sometimes you got to look at your plate and do, even though that person is doing other things. Kyrie, it may not be in his DNA to leave a team and do all a team. That may not be in his DNA as far as what
Nope.
works for him. It wasn't in
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard's DNA to be walking around, oh, I'm the king now. I'm doing these commercials. Like, bro, that's not in your
Yes.
DNA. Just be just be Kawhi Leonard and ball out. Maybe that's why you probably should have stayed up north, bro, because it fitted your brand, fitted who you were. And just like Steph, he was in Golden State. That fits his brand. That fits who he is. And that's why this ownership love him. And they would never pick KD over him because it just is not about the court.
It's the character, bro. He's a responsible guy.
Yes.
And they see what Steph Curry does without the camera on. And they see what KD does without the camera on. They know the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they know the difference.
Yep.
Like, you can look at Steph and be like, nah, I know what that man do with the camera's not on, bro.
Yep.
If a man could shoot a fucking jump shot from the stands, bro, like literally, you know what I mean? Like, you know what your man doing with his time, dog. Like, you know what that man doing.
Ain't no questions there, bro. Like you not about to catch, bro. You're not about to catch Steph doing. So my thing is, like you said, they're going to have to get a reality. Not saying a reality check, but it's going to be, if they're not careful, right? If they continue on this path, it's business, bro. Why should I give you a guaranteed contract if you're going to try to break the contract in the middle of the contract? Why? Like, why should I guarantee you any money? I got to protect myself now because now you're gone. You know what I'm saying? And now what I'm left with, because it's not about them just leaving. Oh, they're free agents. When Braun left the Cavaliers for the first time, bro, it killed their economy there. All them little businesses and restaurants around the stadium, like that's a real thing. So I understand the owner from a business standpoint, bro. Not my opinion, not black and white, not race. Like those elements are there, but from a pure business standpoint, I can understand why they say, "Hey, man, you know, y'all, people around the game, like even Nike, like, bro, we can't keep making these jerseys, dog. Like y'all keep leaving teams. Now the Rockets made these new H-Town jerseys, these fucking 13s on them, and now they gotta get rid of all them shits. All these powder blue ones. And now they gotta make new ones, right? I'm not tripping on that, man. I'm saying from a business standpoint, bro. From a business standpoint. Think about you the manufacturer. You just manufacture all these number 30. Y'all got new jerseys. These are jerseys y'all don't use normally, which means it was probably y'all had to buy new material, buy the blue thread, the red thread, all this stuff from what the usual Rocket template was. Y'all went total blue. And y'all made all these 13 jerseys to sell. And now what you gonna do with these jerseys?
Marketing campaigns. It's ridiculous.
It's a lot. Now,
you know how much? You want to know how much them damn posters of James Harden cost outside them damn Houston arenas? I'm just saying it's not his job. Look, Doc, it may not be. He may not feel that it's his job to worry about that side.
Yeah.
But when you sign a contract, it's your job to fulfill that fucking contract.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like they want their cake and eat it too, bro. It's like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not saying don't. Bro, let's just say, right, a person like Anthony Davis, I understand that situation, bro. It was nothing they could do, bro.
No.
They was not bringing talent to him. Bro, James Harden has probably had better teams than LeBron. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think the Cavs has ever given, when he was with the Cavs, I don't think they ever gave him a team like Harden had. If LeBron played in Houston, he would have had some score. He probably would still be a Rocket to this day. But knowing him, he probably wouldn't have went to LA after that.
James Harden had, bro.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, bro. Like, really, dog? Like, you think LeBron would have left Cleveland if they were doing that?
Nah,
for him?
He wouldn't have left.
I'm saying, like, people like LeBron, people like AD, I got you. Like, I understand that. I'm not against the whole vibe of that, but the way what he's doing, I'm like, bro, like I don't know what have you asked for that they did not give you?
But you know what though? When somebody's trip out like that, bro, let them have it, dog.
You gotta let them. That's what I said. You
Let them
shouldn't
have
let them
it,
walk
dog.
a long
Let them
time
have
though.
it, bro.
Because where's your worth at, bro? Like how you? It's like this here, bro. When you up there begging and stuff like that, it's like, bro, like you don't know your fucking worth, bro. Like as a Rockets, you don't know what time it is. Like you know what you were doing for that man, and you know another organization ain't gonna do it. So let him catch that reality.
Shit, they didn't do that. They didn't. Elijah one didn't have as good a team as James Harden had.
It wasn't the team. It was James Harden just not good enough. Bottom line, point blank, like, and that doesn't mean that he's trash.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like behind Jordan and Kobe, that's the next best shooting guard to me, right? But he's just not. There's a thing that separates him from Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And it's the mental act. He could shoot as many shots as Kobe did. He could jump and dunk and whatever. But it's something here that he just ain't got. And he hasn't found his way to compensate for it. Like how you said Steph Curry, he found a way how to compensate for beating LeBron. LeBron found his way of how to compensate for his not having that moment thing, right? He found a way how to cope with it and still get his rings. Harden haven't found that. And I hope he do. I got love for the brother. I just cannot respect the man after he did that to Silas, bro. And I don't know.
I mean, but I'm saying, what do you think there's some karma there? Karma with making it? Because sometimes, bro, you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? Like,
yeah, but a lot of times with karma, I put like this here. Karma only works when there's lack of wisdom and accountability. You get what I'm saying? So let's say if Harden leaves this situation and he don't hold himself accountable of what went wrong in Houston, or he don't wisen up or learn a lesson from Houston, then yeah, karma is gonna get him. But if he wisen up and if he say, man, you know what, I know I didn't do right in that situation, but I just needed a breath of fresh air. And this time I'm gonna try to do it right. Then karma may not come back for him, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he really that's not where he's at. So in that case, that's why I say Houston could let him go, because you know he's not mature enough to go and accomplish that goal that they trying to say. Because they ain't got nothing but 1 or 2 years to get that shit done, and they ain't gonna get that shit done.
So you don't think can this team beat the Lakers? That's gonna be my next question before we close out on this one.
They can't beat Boston.
I don't think they can beat Boston.
They can't beat the Heat. I'm just saying, they probably can't even beat Toronto. See, and that's right. Okay, I'm glad we're here.
Can they beat Milwaukee? Can they beat 76ers?
Yeah. Not the 76ers. And I'm glad we're here, bro, because see, you are looking at this shit, bro, and you saying, remember how in the beginning of the season I said, bro, Brooklyn, I'm not even worried about Brooklyn. You remember when I said that shit? I said, bro, because look at the idiot that's like, Kyrie is a fucking idiot, bro. So I'm like, dog, look at that, dog. It's not that him and KD can't win a championship and beat the whole thing. I just don't believe in him to fulfill his potential as a teammate. And that's what I'm saying with Harden. I'm not saying that they're not good. They don't have the best talent in the East, bro. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, I don't believe that he has the potential to fulfill his obligation as a teammate in order to get that done. I'm just going by your track record, bro. It didn't work with Dwight. It didn't work with Chris Paul, which is the coolest. I mean, damn, how, bro? And it didn't work with Westbrook. With Kyrie Irving, it didn't work with LeBron. How, bro? And it didn't work in Boston. KD. It didn't work in the Warriors, bro. They're the most passive, aggressive, peaceful, except Draymond, right? So it didn't work there, and it didn't work in OKC. I don't believe in any of them because they all let Harden excluded from this, but Kyrie and KD, they want to say, "Oh yeah, I won because of me."
Yeah.
So what that's gonna play like in the finals? So that's what I'm saying. I get they got the talent. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they never fulfilled their obligations as teammates and held themselves accountable. So I don't see it happening. I think that's what championship basketball is. So
no, I mean at that level, if we talk about championships and beating teams like the Lakers, and the last thing I'll ask is, do you think that the Lakers pretty much accelerated the Rockets to go ahead and make that move? Because those 2 games against the Lakers just was. But my thing is, it's the Lakers, bro. It's a like it's not like y'all lost to the. I'm trying to think of the team. It's not like y'all lost to Milwaukee or something. You know, we're like, bro, you lost to the champs, but I think for Harden, he wants that. Like, man, look at them flowing. But it's like, bro, but you don't understand the work that takes.
What that takes.
Or what that looks like, what Bron is doing with them to get everybody. That's why the ball is flowing like that. That's why, and I'm pretty sure even the Rockets looked at it like, bro, we didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to play like. That's what we want to look like. But when you playing against that and you know what you got going on your end, it's hard. Like, it's hard to even try to even come back and play basketball, right? And so I think it's good for them to finally move forward. You know, we're going to still continue to watch this saga. I think that the Rockets got it in them to make the playoffs. This doesn't look like a rebuild to me. You know, a rebuild is just getting picks and, you know, but I'm like, bro, you didn't pick up John Wall to rebuild. You didn't get Victor Oladipo and bring in Boogie to rebuild. That doesn't look like a rebuild to me. But now they got some nice young picks on that team. And I can see Silas really trying to implement. Maybe that's his plan. Maybe he's saying, Boogie, just come off the bench right now. I really want these other guys to get experience. We know what you can bring. Let's just slowly bring you in the game. But they still got a shot, bro. It's still an opportunity for them to make a comeback. We'll see what they do. We'll see what the Nets are going to do. We'll see Harden fat ass over there in New Jersey.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a show.
It's gonna be a show to watch, bro. It's gonna be some big games coming out there. But we'll see, man. That's the James Harden saga is finally done, and we're gonna go ahead and move to the next topic of things.